Okay, kids, so we're using a flat band and weights today. We're going to start with our flat band, okay? Take it underneath your feet into a Pilates stance. Walk your hands down so they're towards your ankles. So we're already in this rounded position. Feel free to soften your knees if you need to. Pull the navel in and start to come up. And you'll feel that, okay, I feel maybe my lower back, and there's when you tuck your tail and squeeze your seat gently, okay? So try that again. Nod that chin to your chest. We're going to peel off an imaginary wall, rounding that spine. Head is heavy. Band gets loose. Start to come up on an inhale, and halfway through coming up, you need to send your tail down and lengthen that lower back. One more time. Inhale as you round. 2, exhale. And one more. Inhale. 2, exhale. Open the chest, shoulders are down. Side stretch to one side, bring it back up to center. Side stretch, other side, come back up to center the breath. Inhale, 2, exhale. I feel that length in the side, and that side also strengthens to bring me back up. And it's slow and it's controlled. Last one, I inhale, 2, exhale. Take a foot out. And I want you to bend that knee, and I want you to take these arms. Whoa, we really have to balance here. Okay, I got it. Now I want you to press that foot down and slowly bring it up. So you got to have some balance here. So I had to reset because I did not have balance at all. I want you to move with control. Your standing leg has to really be wrapping and hold those arms still. So if you've ever done the Pilates chair, it's like pumping that pedal. This is harder though because you have nothing to hold on to. There's handles on the chairs. We'll go for 2 more and 1 more and release. Take the other foot inside that band. Lock that standing leg, so you got to wrap it. Bend your elbows as you bring that knee up. Palms are turned in. When you're ready, you press down and bring it up. Think of lengthening that spine tall as you press that foot to the floor. We inhale, exhale. Same speed down, same speed up. For 3 more. Good. And 2. And 1. And bring it back down. Let's take 2 feet back in that band. And I'm going to take my legs about as wide as my frame. My arms are going to hang down at my side. When you squat, the knees travel over the toes. And I never want to see you doing this. Okay? I want your chest to be proud. That's why we usually cue, look higher than eye level. The booty's going back to make an imprint on the wall behind you. Okay? Now to make this harder, I'm going to take my hands to my hips. You don't have to make it harder. We inhale down and exhale up. Inhale, exhale. Remember, you're bending at the knees, flexing at the hips. We go for 4 and 3, 2 more, and 1. So 1 more set, harder. Now my band's even tighter. Make sure your wrists are straight, palms are turned in, knees and toes facing straight ahead, and here we go. Down, up, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. 3. Try not to lock the knees out at the top. Get your booty back like you're sitting into a chair or getting ready to sit on the couch. 2 more, 1 more, and release. Let's take it all the way down to our mats. And I'm going to have my weights, one on each side of my mat, so I can grab them when I'm ready for them. We're going to take that band nice and flat behind our toes. So try to have your toes inside the band. Connect your heels. I'm going to drive my elbows back. So I'm going to lean back with it and bring my knees in. Any position I give you, I will always give you several options in case this doesn't work for you. If this would hurt your back or your shoulders, you can lie all the way down on your back. I'm going to press my legs out. My inner thighs will come together, and I come back in. My breath is inhale on the out, exhale on the in. So the belly is going to scoop in deeper. My glutes are going to fire as my legs go away from me. And my inner thighs feel like they're magnets coming together and then coming apart. Be mindful of your shoulders. Keep those shoulders heavy. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Lengthening, scooping. 2 more. Good. Now hold this one out there and slowly bring it up. Lower it down. Inhale down to about 45, a little bit lower. Exhale up to 90 if you're able to. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure those shoulders are connected to your back, not traveling up to your ears. We'll do 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And then we'll bend those knees and roll ourselves up. Take those legs now as wide as your hips. And I'm going to make an X with my band. Okay? You choose how tight to make your band. Palms are facing the floor. I'm going to round back to my lower back touches the mat. So I'm going to send my tail towards my heels, melt those shoulders. Round yourself up. When your shoulders are over your hips, sit tall. And then take the arm as closest to the front of the room, and we're going to row. And you're going to follow it. I'm going to come back around and roll back down. Inhale down. Exhale. Stack your spine. Other arm is going to row. And feel like your chest is going through a door frame. And then come back around. Melt those shoulders. Tuck your tail. The band's going to help support you. Round it up, and as you stack your spine, I stack and I twist. Back to center. Shoulders down, eyes to navel. Send your tail towards your heels. Bring it on up and twist. Back to center. Inhale down. I come up right when I'm stacking that spine. I'm going to pull. Back to center, last one. Melt the shoulders, send the tail down. Exhale. We bring it up and back to center. Now I'm going to slide my hands an inch or 2 closer towards me. Try to have those arms parallel to the floor. Try not to lean back into your lower back. Sit nice and tall. Thumbs go to armpits, elbows go to each side of the room, and then press back out. It's an exhale and an inhale. Shh. Try to have your neck relaxed. It's all about your back right now, not your neck. And pull. If it's too easy, you walk your hands closer to your feet. Can you bring your arms all the way out so you stretch your back? Then you strengthen. Stretch to strengthen. We go for 3 and pull. 2, pull, and 1, and release. Take that band into your hands. Your legs are 1 fist width apart. Reach the band out in front of you, shoulder width apart. And we're going to roll it down. Take your time, melt the shoulders, melt your spine. Slide the feet closer towards you so they can be flat on the floor. Anytime I cue eyes to belly, you don't have to lift your head at all. I'm going to tabletop my right leg, and as I'm tabletopping it, eyes to navel, and take the band to your shin, tap it, and put it back down. The arms stop straight over the chest. Now the opposite leg. I'm going to take it up, tap that shin, bring it back down. Keep moving. We're going to exhale on the up, inhale on the down. If I go faster than you would like to go, you can go at your own pace. I want those arms straight. Plug the shoulders into your back. Good. Now, next level, legs together, and I'm going to lift both of my legs at one time. So if you feel strained to your back doing that, you got to go back to just the one leg. And that's okay. Listen to your body. The breath. We're exhaling up, nodding that chin to our chest, not dragging the head. 1 more, and I'm going to hold this one up with the band against my shins. I'm going to slowly take my hands down that band so they're 1 inch above my hips. I'm going to start to pump my arms and try to keep those shins real still. I'm going to add the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Press those legs together into your center line. Breathe out. I'm moving my arms from those back muscles, the armpit muscles, not my shoulders, not my hands. If your neck feels strained, you always have the option to put your head down. So envision laying in a pool on a raft, and we're just tapping the water. Wouldn't that be nice today? And inhale, -2 degrees out this morning. We are bundled up in here. And inhale, and exhale. Give me 2 more. Come on, crunch deeper. Don't let those shoulder blades get on that mat. If they are, head down. Inhale, exhale, release, and hug everything in. Look to one side of the room to give that neck a stretch and release. And look to the other side. Beautiful. And we'll rock ourselves up. Okay, so we're going to take that band down and we're going to grab onto our hand weights. Hand weights are optional, so if you don't have them, you're just going to do the same movement without the weights. So the weights are going to be on my shins. I'm holding hammers, candlesticks. And I want you to lengthen your arms and round your spine. And then come back forward and stack. We've already done this today. We rounded back. We had the band to support us. This time there's no band. You're on your own. Lengthen long. Bend the elbows. Now lengthen long and hold this here. And can you hover those weights off your thighs? Plug your shoulders into your back. If this feels straining to your back, you need to come up higher, okay? The front arm is going to go out like a T. We follow it and come back in. The opposite arm, we inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Now I'm going to give the opposite arm something else to do. When I go to the front, the opposite arm is going to lift up and then bring it back to center. Making that brain work a little bit because they always wanted to, each side of the body wants to do the same thing. That gets too easy. Watch your back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more each side. Inhale to exhale. Last one. Inhale. Rest those weights back on your thighs. Round and come up. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. Round back again. Reach those arms to the outside of the thighs. We're going to do slow marches. Pick one leg. It's going to slowly come up. Put it down. Melt those shoulders. Other leg. Exhale. Inhale. The opposite heel that's not coming up, I'm going to firmly push it into the floor. Melt those shoulders. Good. Now I'm going to add those arms. We're going to curl the biceps and then straight out. If you need to sit up taller, go for it. Don't feel strain in your lower back. So taller would be here, right? Good. Squeeze those biceps. One more each leg. Bam. Good. Then rest those weights on your thighs. Bring yourself all the way up and straighten your legs out to a Pilates stance. Okay? Reach the arms parallel to your thighs. So your arms should be right next to your ears. Flex your Pilates stance. Start to melt your waistline. Connect the shoulders to your back. And see if you can keep those arms right next to your ears. Plug those shoulders into your back. I still have that connection from my seat to my feet. Nod that chin to your chest. Inhale, drive. And I'm trying to keep those arms by my ears. I can't always do it. And it's okay. If you can't come up that way, you just reach your weights for your toes instead of keeping those weights straight up by your ears. So here's another different way you can do this. I can reach my arms forward towards my toes and bring myself up. Okay? And I'm going to roll it back, keeping those arms reaching for my toes. So that's another variation you can do. Just make sure whichever one you're picking, you don't have momentum. You've got to fight that momentum, and you got to breathe. Inhale halfway. Exhale the rest of the way. Nod that chin. Inhale. Drive those heels longer towards that wall in front of you. From here, stack your spine. Doot, do, 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 do. Turn the palms in. If you'd rather sit cross-legged, to sit taller, go for it. I don't care what you do with your legs. We're going to open up the chest, squeeze your back muscles, come back around. Think of growing taller with each rep. Open the chest, squeeze the blades, come back home. Inhale, exhale. If your legs are straight, feel like you're pressing the back of those legs into the floor as the crown of the head lifts up. So we want length in that spine. We'll go for 4, 3, take your time, 2, and 1. Round forward and roll it down. Now, as we come down, rest the weights right by your side and take your palms on top of the weights so they're pushing into the weights like they would push into the mat. I want you to wrap those thighs even more. I want you to draw your knees like a frog in towards your chest. Bring those legs straight up and then slowly with control, melt down. Now, right here, when you are completely lying flat, you will not be able to have your back completely against that mat, and that is fine. But when I slide my heels along that mat and draw my knees in, right here, my back should be imprinting. It's heavy. Now, zip it up. Your belly goes in deeper. I'm in a Pilates V, and I control coming down. Now, before I start with my knees, bring those weights straight up over your chest. Shoulders are heavy. Frog those knees in. And as your legs zip up, I want the arms to push straight down. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Bring those weights back up. Slide those knees in. Zip the legs up. The arms go down. Feel the back of those arms firing. Control going down, down. Arms come up as the legs are making their final landing. Draw those knees in. Zip it up. Weights go down. Reach long. Now you can continue doing that, or instead of bringing my knees in, my arms will start up. As my arms go down, my legs will come straight up. And I'm going to inhale to lower, arms come back up. So arms and legs are opposite. Squeeze your seat, lift up. Lower back down. Bring it up. I'm going to give you one more additional thing to add on to this if you want it. I'm going to bring my legs up, lift up my seat, roll back down, and bring my weights back up as my legs went down. So everything moves together. I boost up. I lower down, bring my weights back up. Inhale to exhale. Last one, squeeze everything you got, boost up, roll it down, and the weights are up. Hug those knees into your chest. Lovely. And I want you to rock yourself up. Weights will go off to your side, slightly behind you. Grab onto your band. We okay so far? Okay. You look good. So we're going to take the band behind our right foot. And I try to make sure that my toes are inside it so it doesn't get bunched up, okay? I'm going to draw that knee into my chest as I lie down. I'm going to lift this leg straight up and have a lovely little hamstring stretch. Now, if you prefer to have the left knee bent, that will have your lower back more support on the mat, so feel free to take that option. I want you just to take this opportunity to really feel that leg lengthening at the same time your tail is getting heavier, the butt cheek, the hip are getting heavier. I'm going to put both ends into my right hand, and my left hand's going to pick up my weight if you have it. My palm is going to face forward, okay? So I want you to take this leg, turn that right kneecap away from you, and I'm going to take my arm and my leg across, down, and up. So my weight is going to turn in. I like that better. So we're going to go down, around, lift. I cannot take my right hip and my right butt cheek with me. Squeeze a lemon in that armpit while you're moving that arm and circling. One more, everything goes that way. And now we're going to go with the leg away from the center. The arm is going towards the center and come right back up. Round and bring it up. Inhale. To exhale. 2 more. Round and zip it up. And 1 more. Round and zip it up. Now the leg and the arm will both go down for 2 and up for 2. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhale down. Exhale up. I'm going to go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to bend that elbow that has the weight. Keep that leg straight up, and if you want to, you can bend the left leg at any time. I'm going to punch this left arm to the outside of that ankle and bring the elbow back down while my legs stay still. So I'm going to exhale up, bring it back down. Press it up, bring it back down. So I feel that right oblique squeezing. Both legs, if they're on the mat, if that left leg's on the mat, it's lengthening, it's pushing down, both legs straight. Here we go. We're going to go for 4. Exhale on the up, squeeze the oblique, keep the opposite hip down. For 2, hold this one up, little pulses, 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, switch the foot out. Try to have those toes inside the band. Put both ends into your left hand, pull the elbow down. You can choose to straighten the right leg or you can keep it bent, but do not let your hips and pelvis move around. I grab onto my weight. Weight is up, palm is turned in. So my left leg's got the band, my left kneecap is facing away from me. So the leg is going to go towards your center, the arm goes out away from you, and everything comes right back up. Inhale to exhale. I want you to feel your belly moving the leg and your back muscle moving the arm. Everything goes out and up. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's reverse it. Everything goes round and lift up. Round and lift up. Inhale to exhale. 2 more. Now arm is straight, leg is straight. Everything's going to go down to the mat for 2. Zip it up for 2. Inhale down. Exhale up. Lengthen your leg. Pull the belly in. Squeeze the booty. Right there. We go for 3, 2, and 1. Now bend that right elbow with that weight. I'm going to punch it up to the outside of that ankle, and I come back down. Good. Press and reach. Try to lengthen that band leg. Feel that length in the back of that knee. Watch that neck. We're not dragging it off that floor. We'll go for 3. Good. And 2. Hold this one up, and let's pulse it for 8. 7. Plug that shoulder into your back. Both butt cheeks are heavy. 3, 2, 1, and release. I want you to take 2 feet in that band. And they're going to be parallel. You choose how tight to make your band. So the more I walk my hands towards my feet, the more resistance that band will give me for a single leg press with a crunch. You never have to lift your head. So my knees are way in, my back is nice and heavy. I'm going to take my eyes to my belly and push my right leg straight out, and then come back in and put that head down. And then my left leg out, and then come back in. Find it with the right toes. Lengthen. Scoop. Nod that chin to your chest. Watch the neck. Keep the shoulders plugged into your back. Push and return. Push and return. So I'm back on my right foot. I'm going to stay on that right foot. And I'm going to bend that knee in and push out. I'm keeping my head up. My elbows are to my side. My wrists are straight. My other knee, my left knee is in towards that torso. 3, 2, bring that leg straight up. Arms come straight up. Rest your left foot on the floor. Slide your hands towards the end of your bands and see if you can make a T with those arms. And I want your palms facing forward. The pinkies are on the floor, okay? So as I push my right leg down, I'm going to bring my left knee in and straighten it, bend, and press out towards the floor. I bend my left knee in as my right leg is coming down, and I come back in, okay? So both legs right here in a scissor. So my right leg is just going up and down. My left leg comes in and then straightens, and then comes in and pushes out. Make sense? In and lengthen. You got it, you got it. Just don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. And one more. Bring it in. Good. Take 2 feet in the band. We'll come back to that in a second. Take your elbows down to the floor. I'm going to Pilates V. I'm going to take my legs down, 2, 3, and zip it up. The back of my head can firmly press into the mat if my head is going to stay down. You can always take your eyes to your navel. Shh. I want you to stop with those legs right over your hips. Then you return back down. You choose how far you go down, but your lower back cannot arch. I want to see that band extending longer and longer as you go lower and lower. It's 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Zip it up. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Zip it up. Last one. Come on. Use the lower abdominals. Okay. Take your right foot out. Slide your hands. So I'll try to explain this one a little bit better on this side. So slide your hands to the ends. Your pinkies are going to be on the floor. Okay? Now, as you lower that left leg down, bring the right knee in and zip it straight up. Now the left leg comes up. I bend my right knee and push it out. So I bend it in and bring it up. Bend it in and push it out. So my right leg never touches the band. It's bending and straightening each time, while the left leg is going down and up. And I feel those back of my arms working, my shoulder muscles, the rear delts. I feel those armpit muscles firing a lot to hold those arms still. Yep. Bend, lower the leg. Bend, lift the leg. Bend, lift it up. Bend, press it out. 2 more. Woo! Do we have it? Yeah? 1 more. Oh, making you work today. And then 2 feet in the band and hug those knees in. Nicely done. Rock yourselves all the way up. Okay. Okay, so you're going to come onto your side facing me. So that's everybody's head on be on this side of your mat, the right side of your mat, okay? We're going to lay the band down on that right side. Have your weight close by. In case you don't want to use the band, you can do the same thing with your weight. So I'm on my forearm. You can see that I'm on my band, okay? As much as I can, starting at my elbow. I'm going to grab onto my end. And when I have my hand bent and it's by my armpit, the band should be like a guitar string, nice and tight, okay? My knees are stacked and they're towards the top edge of the mat. So I'm going to start here. This is like a modified side plank. Connect the shoulder to your back. Make sure you're not leaning forward because you got to have this arm coming up like this, okay? So as I lift up my hips, I'm going to press my arm straight. And then my elbow stays in place. I just bend it, right? So it's not like I lower my arm like this. That's not correct. Keep your elbow one spot. Now, next level, take your top leg and lengthen it. So I only have one knee to push into that mat, okay? Now, next level, you know we're going to go with this one. You can scissor your legs, so my top foot is in front, my bottom foot is behind, my hips are stacked. I exhale, and I inhale. Elbow to the ceiling. Good. Lift and lower. Straightens, you're squeezing your triceps, obliques. Woo, 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Then I'm going to put the weight down, or the band down, and grab onto my weight. Okay? Take your top foot behind you, and my bottom leg is still pressing into the mat. Okay? Now make sure you're not sinking. Push the shoulder down, pull this in. As I lift my leg, my weight will go to that thigh, and I lower. Good. Resist. And lift. And lift. You choose how big or small you move that leg, but do not sink into that standing shoulder. Both armpit muscles are firing. 3, 2. Can you hold this one up there? Now you can choose to just hold it and do little pulses, or we're going to add the other leg onto that. Okay? Yes? Little pulses with your legs. 8, 7, 6, good. 5, relax the neck. 4, 2, and 1, and retrace your steps back down. Okay, other side. Having fun today? Yes, we are. Have your weight close by. So now our head's on this side of our mat, near me. Elbow on that band. Knees are stacked. We'll grab onto your band. I like to grab onto the end so it's not flinging by my face. And if I have my hand by that armpit, this should be like a guitar string. Now, if you try it and it's too much for your shoulder, right, or that elbow, obviously then have your hand slide further up, okay? So pull the belly in, connect the shoulders to your back, and we press up, and we bend and come down. Don't forget to breathe. Lift and lower. Always be checking in with that body. Next level, take that top leg and straighten it. You don't have to ever go to the next level. Now, next level after that, I take my top leg forward, my bottom leg back, hips are stacked, and here we go. Take your time. Elbow stays in one spot. Feel that bottom oblique working to bring you up. And if you feel strain, get those knees back down. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And release the band. Take your top leg, bend it, and put it behind the bottom leg. Again, pay attention to your standing shoulder. Reach the toes long. We lift up with control and lower. So I always have opposition here. My leg is going up, my belly is going in. You can also think of when that leg is going up, pushing the opposite foot down. I don't move my rib cage at all. Now you can keep doing it this way, or you can hold that leg up. You can add the other leg to it. Connect those heels and pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retrace your steps and bring it back up. That was fun. Okay, so we're going to have one weight on each side of our mat. We're going to take the band behind us. I want you to get your hands in a comfortable spot where you can press out, okay? So I have it the base of my armpit, okay? And I check and make sure the resistance is what's going to work for me. I'm going to take my legs as wide as my mat, and then I'm going to grab onto my weights. Whoa! Okay? You guys are so funny this morning. That's right. It's like a little circus here. Okay. So sit tall, flex your feet. We're going to press out and back in. If the band's too hard, you take the hands further away from you. It's too easy, put everything down, adjust, get those hands closer towards you. I press 8. I'm exhaling on the out. Think of that spine being right up against a wall. Don't slouch. Never in this class, right? 4, never. And 3. And 2. And 1. Bend the elbows into your side. Okay, I'm going to take my hands a little closer towards me. Grab back onto my weights. And I'm going to press out this way. Okay, so palms are turned in. I'm going to push. Belly's going in as the arms go out. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Okay. Take the band in front of you. I folded it in half twice, so it's more like shoulder width. Okay? I'm going to grab onto that like this, and my arms are parallel to the floor. Plug your shoulders into your back. Inhale, grow taller. On the exhale, your head will come off that imaginary wall. My shoulders, and I stop at my mid-back. So my arms have moved across an imaginary table. Don't go downhill with those arms. Be parallel to the floor. Now gently squeeze your seat, inner thighs, and core, and zip yourself up so I feel nothing in my back. Inhale. Exhale. I'm peeling, and as I'm going forward, my navel is pressing back. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Belly's going back. Inhale up. Melt those shoulders. Give me one more. Inhale up. Exhale. Stack your spine and release the arms. Okay, take the band out in front of you. So I would say like very edge of the mat, right off that mat. Weights off to the side. Come onto your stomach for me. And before we use the band, we're going to do some spinal extension work here. So my legs should be as wide as my hips, no wider. My arms are going to be goalposts on the sides of my mat. And my forehead is going to rest on that mat. Now I want you to push through the hands and the forearms to lift up your chest. I'm still going to look down where my nose was. And as I lower down, I'm going to pull my navel away from that mat so it's staying engaged. Inhale. Can you feel those lemons being squeezed in your armpits? And then exhale down. Give me one more. Press through your hands and your forearms. Inhale. Good. And then exhale down. Now a bigger extension, I'm going to slide my hands under my armpits. Melt those shoulders. Roll a marble with your nose. Lift up your head and chest. Melt the shoulders. I'm squeezing my seat. Now look to your right shoulder and circle that chin down, around, and back to center. And then look to your left shoulder and then circle down and around and then release. Now I'm going to go into a bigger swan extension. And this time my belly button and hips are going to come off that mat. So I'll roll the marble with my nose. I'm going to start to straighten my arms. And my shoulders need to stay down. And then bend the elbows and bring yourself back down. If that was too much for you, you'll do the other variation. We lift up, straighten those arms, squeeze your seat, and then lower down. Now reach out and grab onto your band. And I want your arms to be as wide, your hands as wide as the corners. And I'm pinching my band with my thumb and second finger. I want you to press the left hand into the floor. And I'm going to start to lift up my head and chest. And as I'm doing that, my right pinky is going to pull back. I'm going to follow it. Bring it back around and put your head and hand back down. Now push your right hand into the floor. Lift up your head and chest. Pull the left arm parallel to the floor. Follow it. Bring it back around. Don't let it catapult you. And then release. Try that again. Left hand pushes down. Lift up your head and chest. I'm going to squeeze a lemon in my armpit. Squeeze my booty. Pull my belly in. There's a lot going on here. And bring it back down. My right hand stays pushing down. I'm going to go with my left again. Inhaling. To exhale. Now this time, this variation, I'm going to bring my both arms up. I'm going to pull them right to the top of my chest, lift a little higher my chest, bring it back out, and then release. You better have been firing your glutes. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. I'm still looking down. Exhale, I'll bring that chest a little higher. Inhale, back out. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull, squeeze your booty. Inhale, out. And then stretch back, child's pose. The first child's pose of the morning. Oh my goodness. Woo. And you are more than halfway done. Yay. Okay. So I want you to grab back onto your band. And I want you to put it behind your right heel. And your weights should be to each side of your mat. So try your best to have it centered. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I do find that if you have the band flat and you have your heel inside your band, it doesn't bunch up so much. Okay, ready with me? You choose how much resistance on that band. The further my hands are away from me, the lighter the band is. The more they're closer towards me, the harder it is. So when I say bring your knee towards your chest, if it gets so loose, you may need to tighten it up a little bit. Square off your hips, shoulders and wrists in a straight line. Press that leg straight out, and then bring it back in. Squeeze your seat, lengthen your spine, come back in. Inhale. Exhale. So your standing leg, make sure your knee and your hip are in a straight line. We're not tilting to our left. Lock those shoulders to the rib cage. You've got it for 5 and 4. Here's 3 and 2. Now hold this one out there. And I'm going to tap to the right, to the left. Make a little rainbow. Now, when I go to the left, yes, it's going to bump into that left thigh, and it's okay. Woo! Just don't tilt to your left. Stay centered. 3. Can you feel these? 2 and 1, and bring that knee back in. Okay, let go of the band for a second. Now, I want you to put a weight behind that right knee and a weight underneath your left hand. Okay. So we've got weights on both sides of the body. Okay. Okay, have to make a little adjustment. We're good. Nice little break for you, huh? Like, oh, please take your time getting back to your mat. All right, so plug the shoulders in, knees and hips in a straight line. Yes? I'm going to take my right knee, float it as I reach my left arm out, and then come back to start. Exhale, inhale. Good. Don't let those tootsies get cramped. Balance? Okay, let me see. Okay, so just do the leg. Yep, just do the leg then. Yep. That's okay. It's a lot of times the inner thighs have got to be firing and the outer thigh to support that. So just do one or the other, and that's fine. And we go for 3. And I'm glad you noticed that, because if you're tilted, you don't want to keep doing the exercise. Yeah. Now hold it here. We're going to pulse the arm and the leg. Woohoo! Pull that belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Bring the arm forward, bend, press it out while you hold that leg still. Arm comes forward, bend, punch out. Sweep forward, bend, punch it out. Sweep forward, bend, reverse. Bend, push out in front of you, sweep it out. Bend, push it out. 2 more. 1 more. And release. I hear a lot of woos going on today. Woo, okay. I love it. Do you love it? Like you want to feel your body working, but not to the point where it's like, ouch. Okay? All right, other side. And then after this series, if you want to grab a quick drink, okay? You can even grab a quick drink now if you want. Don't be camels. Okay. Take it behind that foot, however works for you. Okay? Take your time. Flatten it out the best you can. Have your heel inside. When you're ready, okay. You can also be on your forearms. Be mindful, okay? And you don't have to use the prop. So I want you to center yourself. Knees over hips, shoulders over wrists, belly in, flat back. I'm going to press that leg out and in. If you've got weakness in the inner outer thigh or glute of that standing leg, it's not going to be doable to not tilt, right? You could have weakness in the outer thigh, that hip, that glute. So if that's you, get rid of the band. See if that helps you stay more centered. Squeeze your booty, pull the belly in. Good. Stronger you today. Total body, but make sure the core is always engaged in everything you do. Look at that bottom leg every once in a while, your standing leg. Make sure it's not tilted. 1 more. And then we're going to go to one side of the mat and then the other. And don't go too crazy going across because that band's going to hit into that thigh. Woo! Anybody say by the bell? 3. Come on. 2, 1 more. Ooh, yeah. That was a burn. Okay. Band goes down. Now we go to our weights. So the weight goes behind the knee if you want it. So the weight's behind my left knee. My right hand has the other side. So right now I can't be collapsed and my shoulders can't be to my ears. I want you to pull the belly in, hold the ceiling up with your back, connect the shoulders, and here we lift the leg behind us as the arm goes out. Exhale out, inhale in. You don't have to use the props. Keep that knee bent like you're, yep. Yeah, you want to keep holding that weight or have an imaginary weight behind that knee. You can roll up a hand towel, put it behind that knee. Watch that bottom wrist. Put the weight up into the core, not onto that wrist. And we'll go for 3. Yes. 2. Now hold this here. Sweep the arm forward. Bend, punch it out to a T. Sweep it forward. Bend the elbow. Press out. That leg is staying lifted. That glute is not releasing. Woo! Now reverse it. Bring the elbow in. Punch out in front of you. Sweep out to a T. Bend. Press out and out. In. Out. Out. In. Out. Out. 1 more. Push it out. Woo! And release. We need a lot of things stretching here, so let's start first with our wrists and our shoulders. Back in your child's pose, I'm going to make cups with my fingers. Arms are reaching back. Lovely. Okay, let's sit on our mat with our legs straight, and we'll do a quick glute stretch for the piriformis, the glute muscle. Cross the right ankle over the left quad. Hinge forward. As your chest is going forward, your booty should feel like it's going back. Do you feel that stretch in that glute? It's like, thank you, you're welcome. Switch. Switch. Remember, you're working today towards the ideal of the day. What does that mean? It means every day you wake up, your body's different. and you have to accept what it can do that day and work with that, okay? Both legs are straight or bent. Grab onto your weights. And I'm going to start with my elbows down. And as I slowly press my arms out, feel the connection more, the back of the legs into the floor and your belly. Bring it back in. Doesn't mean you just go, oh, release all those connections. No. Push out, deepen the connection. Come back in. I'm pushing my legs down, scooping my belly in, lengthening my spine. One more. Hold. Connect the shoulders to your back. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale to the front, 2 times twist. 1, 2. Inhale. Exhale. If you have heavier weights like 3s, and this is too hard, this long of a lever, get rid of the weights, or bend the elbows in and rotate this way, okay? Shh, shh. One more. Shh, shh. And release. Okay, my favorite, bridge work. Every class we do bridges. All right, so we're going to start with our band. Knees are bent, 1 fist width apart. You're so close. You are so close. I'll do a quick time check. 6 little minutes. Can we do it? Yes, that's all I want to hear. Sure. Okay, arms up. Shoulder width apart. Legs, fist width apart. Pelvic curl. Slide that booty up and in, and then bridge up. Press against the band against the thigh. Melt back down. Arms stop over the chest. Pelvic curl, scoop the belly deeper. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. And again, curl and lift. Press it up. Lower it down. Press it up. Now here I'm going to stay up and bring that band straight up over my chest. Shift all the way to the left side. Tabletop the right leg. I'm going to lower down. You choose how far you go down and come right back up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Slide your hands a little further out. And when you lift up into the bridge, my arms are going to press out to a T. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. One more. Now bring the arms only back up and do little pulses with the booty. Down, up, up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Arms up, feet flat. Curl the tail under, pull the bridge to your thighs. Inhale. Stay lifted. Exhale, bring the arms back up over your chest. Tabletop your left leg. Now, right now, this right leg has got to be pressing into your center line. So it can't be flopping away from you, okay? We'll lower down. As we lift up, pull the band. Inhale. Exhale. Arms are staying straight. Wrists are straight. Careful with that standing leg. Use your breath. Tap and lift. Good. Hold the band long and the booty. And up and up and 5, 4, 3. We're back to that glute burn. 2, 1. Bring the band back up and lower it down. Woo! Straighten those legs all the way out in front of you. Pilates stance. Flex those feet. Arms straight up. Nod that shin into your chest. And we lift up. Okay. Onto a kneeling position. Facing forward. Facing me. Are we still with me? Okay. I'm going to rest the band in front of me. Okay, you're mirroring me. So this hand, your right hand's going to come onto your band. And your left foot is going to press that band out. Push the hips forward. I'm going to bend this right arm. I guess it's your left. Okay, so the arm is with that leg. Pull it in. I'm going to lift this leg up and down. So I want you to feel your hips pushing forward. Your standing leg is working just as hard as this lifting leg. Everything faces forward from your nose to your toes. So I don't want to see you looking down like this, unless your neck is feeling strained, of course, and you would do that. We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soften that. Bring it back up. How'd that go? Okay. Other side. Hand holds one end. Put your foot in that band and press that leg straight out. Okay? Lock the shoulders down. Bend this arm in, so the one is with the leg, bend it in. Everything is forward, and we lift this leg up and down. You can always do it without the band because this is making it harder to lift. You are strengthening your outer thigh, outer hip, shoulders connected. And 3, woohoo, and 2, and 1, and bring it in. Okay, face side. Center the room, facing me. Take the band behind you to the base of your armpit. So we're gonna do some plank, optional push-ups. 1 minute left, I'll take it. I pinched my band with my thumb and second finger. I'm going to take one leg back at a time. You can also be in a modified plank with your knees here, okay? Good. I'm going to soften my elbows. Press up, lift my right leg, put it down. Soften my elbows, push through your band, left leg. Inhale, exhale, right leg. Inhale, exhale, left. One more each leg. Elbows are pointing behind you. Woo! Last one. These are not easy. And then bring your knees down. Release that band. Release your wrists. You made it. You did it. I'm going to reach my arms out in front of me and really sink my seat back. If this is not a good position for you, pick one that is. I'm going to flip my palms up, just give my wrists one more stretch. And the more I reach my arms forward and my seat back, I feel that nice stretch in my back and my lats. Come into a quadruped position. Let's just do one little quick cat-cow. Slide your seat up. Your eyes will go up the opposite wall. And I'm slowly going to round. Yes. Sit back on those heels one last time. You did such a good job today. Continue it on the rest of the day. How much of your day is left? Okay. Done. Okay. We're all like, whoa, what just happened?